Hello and welcome to the Understanding Narcissists YouTube channel. This video is going to be about, well, really the idea of overcoming narcissism or even beating narcissism. And what I mean is somebody who's being abused by a narcissist, what they can do to protect themselves, what they can do to defend themselves, and really why that idea is kind of inaccurate in and of itself and inherent within the narcissist illusion. So let me go into that immediately. The combative sort of behavior, the adversarial kind of relationship that goes on between someone and a narcissist is sort of a ruse in and of itself. It's not a ruse in that it is real, but it is an essential part of the illusion because it basically drives you in the wrong direction. It basically is actually another control that the narcissist has going on that you don't think is a control, that you don't even realize is a control, that you think you're fighting for yourself, you're fighting for your rights, you're fighting for your family, or what have you. But what you're really doing is sinking deeper and deeper into their pit, into their illusion. The question I get a lot, and the kind of first thought that pops into your head when you start to realize that that there's something wrong with a narcissist, even if you don't see them as a narcissist yet, you're not saying to yourself, this person's narcissistic, this person is trying to do this. Just when you realize that they really are out to get you, your first instinct, when you're desperate especially, is how do I beat them? How do I overcome them? And that's really not, you can overcome them, but it's really not the right question to ask. Because let me just say this outright. You do not beat a narcissist at their own game. You are not going to beat them with fire. You're not going to beat their fire with your own fire. You're not going to out-control them. You're not going to beat them within the illusion, you see. So if you're not aware of the illusion and you're trying to out-manipulate them, you're doing yourself a lot of harm. You're sinking further into the pit. You don't even know it. They're going to enjoy it because you're going to be distracted because you're not aware of the illusion itself, or not even aware that that is a part of the illusion, the combative nature of it. You don't really fight narcissists. Though you can physically leave narcissists, you don't even really leave narcissists. You don't even get away from them. You kind of outgrow them and become something that they can no longer control. You are no longer worth it. You are too costly to be around. Note this. There are people a narcissist will not go near. They will not have anything to do with. And it's not because they're narcissists themselves. It's because they aren't worth it. Because they're not going to put up with the narcissist. And there's nothing the narcissist can do. Now, the narcissist would like to conquer those people, but narcissists aren't really ambitious. They don't have goals. They're cowardly. They run. They take what they can get. They're opportunistic. They're not going to go. They're not saying, I want to control as many people as I can. Yes, they do, but they want to get the easy low-hanging fruit, the easy catch. They're cheap. They just want whatever they can get. And they're going to take whatever they can get. All the while, they're going to act like that's not what they're doing. But that's what they're doing. They're not that selective. So, going forward, the idea that you're going to overcome them within that framework is not really possible. It's not going to happen. You're going to have your own framework, your own world. The functional world, they can't go near. That's why they destroy it. That's why they try to remove you from it, bring you into their world. It's not something where you can use your knowledge of how they work to beat them into a position of submission, where now you are in control. It doesn't really work. Let me show you why. There are all kinds of things I can tell you, show you, that would allow you to lead yourself to where you could harm them. You see, you could manipulate them. They have all kinds of weaknesses. They're narcissists. In a lot of ways, they are what is weak about people. In that way, they're the weakest kind of people. They're the people with the most vice. But looking at that again, they're basically dysfunctional kids, dysfunctional children. It's not really right to go after them in that way. Now, you may be upset by that statement, but it's true. It's not really the way to go about it. Let's say you can manipulate them to a point where you have more control. It's still a regime of control. That's not how it works. That's not something that you want. You're not going to achieve anything. You're basically becoming like them. And the thing is, you're not like them. You're not a narcissist, so it's not going to work in that way. It's not going to achieve what you want. And it's certainly not beating them. You're still a part of the whole regime. So, manipulating narcissists is not the way to go. You don't really beat narcissism. You overcome it by becoming something better. And I don't mean better than them necessarily, better than yourself now. Let me put it this way. The comedian, Adam Carolla, whether you like him or not, it doesn't matter. He had a very insightful thing to say. He said, this is his own experience too, if you're growing up and you're a bum, you're somebody that everyone else looks down on and tells them what to do and what they should be doing and that what they're doing isn't the right thing to do. He goes, what's the best thing you can do for yourself to remedy that situation? If people say you're no good, you need to be doing this, that, or the other thing, and they're even to the point, where it's aggressive and it's destructive and it's harmful and it's abusive. Adam said, you don't take that anger and slash their tires to get them back. You don't beat them up. You don't destroy their property. You don't threaten their family. You don't get really angry and destroy yourself. Ideally, you don't get them back at all. You don't let it affect you and you go in your own way. But if you're going to get them back, if you're going to spite them, what do you do? What you do is become wildly successful in the face of all of that. You go ahead and do what you're doing and become really good at it and really great at it, become valued by other people, become I don't know how to say this, a member of the community, something good, something great in your own vision as you see it, not necessarily what everybody else sees it or one particular person sees it. You go ahead and you improve yourself. And that really applies to narcissists as well. You don't get wrapped up grappling with them. You do what's good according to your own sort of vision, not theirs. And so that temptation, that urge, they really kind of give you, that they cause because they put you in a desperate situation where you feel like you have to fight. And that and that you're fighting for your life. And you are fighting for your life. But they're trying to get that instinctual, primal response out of you because it's draining, because it's unsustainable. They're going to be able to hold out longer than you. They're going to beat you at control. They're better than you at all this stuff. That's not saying a whole lot because the stuff is terrible to begin with. They can't do anything else. That's all they know. But you shouldn't be engaging in all of that. You should be, I was going to say playing a different game, and you are kind of playing a different game when you're getting away, but you're not combating them in the same way. You're not engaged in all of that mess. That stuff you can't fix. You can't do anything about that. They're going to do that. If they're really narcissists, they're going to do that until they die. So, with that in mind, and understanding your own responsibility, your self-responsibility, your personal responsibility to yourself and those you love and those you care about and the people you can really help, that's when you can start making inroads to getting away and to protecting yourself in the future. And that's when they really start to freak out because now they've lost that control. Don't be tempted to go down that road. the fighting is not sustainable. It will drain you. It will exhaust you. And it will condition you to more fighting and defensive posturing to stay away from them. But that's really not going to work. The way out is to understand them, is to understand exactly what's going on and what really you can't do about it. Because that's a hard thing to get past. You actually think things will get better if you do better, but it's not going to happen. You do better, they're going to get worse and put you back into that lowly, hopeless, destitute, emotionally destitute situation. I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it insightful. Share it with somebody you think might benefit from it or like it. Comment in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you so much for watching. And like it below. Like the video below if you like it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.